Hi. We often hear people that complaining about the position the church takes and the stance of the church and the church are irrelevant and belonging to another time and we might like to say no, that's not true. We're not like that. But we have to admit that not necessarily us, but people belonging to Christianity say pretty stupid things. For example, climate changes. The fact is out there. There's hard data. There's climate changes that are happening right now at a speed that is not normal than the other times when the planet knows some changes. And there's many causes that have been identified. We can agree that we don't know everything, but when 97% of the scientific community said something, usually you tend to believe that maybe they're right. 97%. And interestingly enough, when there's debates about this, you bring one pro, one con, as if both position have the same value and not 97 in one and 3 in the other side. I'm saying that because, and related to Christianity, is that we see in the US, most specifically, but a little in Canada too, politicians claiming that there's no such thing as climate change or trying to walk around it and try to use euphemism because some people base this on their understanding of the Bible and their faith. If you start from the concept that the earth is 6,000 years old and you believe this as fact, because the Bible seems to say, you believe the Bible said so. The Bible does not say so, but you believe that the Bible said so. Well, it's easy to deny about science and climate change and so on. Another topic, measles. I grew up as maybe, with the vaccine of measles and barely hearing people getting the measles, and I'm 40, US 45. You assume that this disease belonged to the past and we have vaccine and then you have this outbreak and you discover not that 2 or 3 wackos don't get their kids vaccinated, but significant amount. Some believe in conspiracy theories, so you, regardless of what you say, you will never bring any kind of argument because you think that you're part of them and you're paid by big pharma to promote this and so on. But another significant group that refuse to get their children vaccinated, they do it for quote-unquote their faith. Since when God is against vaccine? Or Jesus? Never remember Jesus saying in the gospel anything about, please don't get your son and daughters vaccinated. That's the devil's work. Where does it come from? that kind of nonsense, where does it come from? And as someone recently heard that, it's maybe to use religion not to get your children and yourself vaccinated may be the most unchristian things to do, in the sense of one of the key elements of Christianity is caring for one another. Jesus' message really, this is a key part of Jesus' message. You care for your brother, you care for your sister, you even care for those you don't know, but you care. So, and it does not take much to understand that vaccination works when you have, I think the expression is the herd, that You don't need 100%, but you need to get close 100% to cover everyone. That's how vaccination works. So if you decide that you don't want to be vaccinated, one, you're putting the safety of your children in jeopardy. That's not nice. And two, it's kind of selfish because you're putting the health of other people in jeopardy. So you're caring about me, and even the argument is that, oh, it's my own life. Nobody has to tell me what to do. It's not just our own life. We have an effect on others. And as Christians, we should care for one another. So sometimes it's very challenging, and it's hard to be in disagreement with those who are criticizing the church for those kind of stupid positions because they are stupid. And I guess for us who are fairly progressive, liberal, or use the qualifier you like, I belong to the United Church of Canada, it means something. We need to get our voice across. We need to speak up. We're not in mega church. We're not like in the media as we used to be. Regardless, we still know people. We still have friends inside and outside the church, and we can still say, no, that's not right. That's not the right thing to do. That's not the right thing to believe. We have something to say. For example, climate change. Even if we don't, even if we don't believe actually that the creation story happened that way, which I don't, there's still a passage that says that this is God's creation, and we've been put stewards of God's creation in Genesis 1:26, if my memory is good for the verse. Well, if there's some such things as climate changes, how we, as stewards of God's creation, are we going to do something? Bury our head in the sand? Does it good stewardship? Or do something about it? So we need to take action about those things. We need to speak up. We need to, and not necessarily to go to the United Nations and demonstration. We can start locally and say to the people, no, the church does not think. There's people in the church, and we think that they are misled. And we believe this. We believe that we can do something, and we believe that we should care for one another. Make sure there's going to be a planet for our grandchildren that will be able to breathe, and make sure that the advance of science is not for nothing. So it's up to us, and that's what I hope in these times we'll be able to do, is to get our message across as much as we can, and to be honest enough to confront those who are saying things that does not make sense. Have a great time. Enjoy. Spring is coming. Enjoy it. Talk to you very soon.